Hey guys, how are we doing today? My name is George and welcome back to a brand new video. And for today's video is going to be the Swindon Sound Crew mode. This is episode 2. And thank you guys for the support on the first episode, because you know I just really appreciate it. But we do sim the we sim the first 3 pre-season games, and then we do some transfer business, then we get into our first game of the season in this episode. So we do get off to a good start with Thomas getting the goal to make it 1-0, and that's how the game ends. But we got a transfer for Anton Rodgers, and I was like, thank the Lord. Do you know what I mean? Because that's great. But Grimsby Town wanted to spend 140,000. I said, give me 200,000 and you can have him. Now, I got a bit too greedy, didn't I? Because basically, the deal didn't go through and he didn't go to Grimsby. I know. I just thought I'd just throw it in there anyway, because it's nice to get transfer offers for Rodgers when I don't particularly want to play him. But I played him in this game because I wanted to rotate the side a little bit to give some other players some game time and stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty much the reason why. Now, in the description of the video I did on the first episode, I said which players am I going to sign. And I said I was going to sign a cam and a striker, and we do actually, inquire and see what's going on, as you see here with Rennie Adelaide, 63 overall, 18 years old. He's got a decent pace, good sprint speed and stuff like that. So I thought, you know what, we do need a backup cam, or a better cam than Johnny Goddard. I'm not saying Goddard's shit, but the problem is just that he's just not good enough in the team, and I needed another striker because I don't want to play any other players apart from Abika and D'Alfonso. Norris will get the nod as well, but Emre Moore from Borussia Dortmund was available on loan, so I decided to get him on a 2-year loan, and we shall see if that actually does go through or not. But our final game of the preseason is going to be against Accrington Stanley. So I was hoping for a win here, and I believe we do get the win here. So it's all going well so far. I don't really know who else to sign other than a cam and a striker. I don't think we need anyone else. Now, of course, it would be nice to try and look at some other players, but let's just see what happens, I guess. But we do loan out Jordan Stewart to Barnet on a 1-year loan because he's not going to get any game time. He's 16 years old. I might as well just send him out on loan. And as you see here, we do accept the 2 transfers on loan for Rennie Adelaide and Emre Moore, which is fantastic. And that's all I was hoping for to get. I did take your comments into I did take your suggestions in the comments of the first video. But the one comment that stood out to me the most was Ashley Fletcher from West Ham. Now, that could potentially have been another player I was going to go for, but he was just a little bit too expensive on a wage. I think he's on 17k a week, and I don't really want to spend that much. I know I can spend it, but Emre Moore, I wanted to this is the plan of action I was going to do, right? So, what I was going to do was obviously play Abika and Norris as the target men, and have D'Alfonso, who can technically play that as well, and I wanted someone to replace D'Alfonso that's kind of a similar style. And I know Emre Moore's obviously a little bit more smaller than him, but he's got more pace than D'Alfonso. But D'Alfonso's going to start anyway, because why not? But we are sorting out some contracts here. You'll see that I basically kind of need to get it done as soon as possible. The reason why I didn't actually offer D'Alfonso a contract because I'm not too sure if I want to keep him yet. Because those low work rates really do piss you off when you use a striker. Because if he loses the ball in midfield, he's going to just stay in midfield. You know what I mean? He's not going to go back up to striker. He's going to literally just stay where he got tackled, or he's going to just sit in one position, which you don't really want. But we do win 4-3 on penalties against that team. I have no idea who they are. So we are through to the final, I believe, which is fantastic. So we basically said to Barnet, look, give us 150,000 for Anton Rodgers and he's yours, right? So I was like, all right, that's his valuation. I don't mind that. I wanted to get Anton out of the club purely for the fact that, he's just shit. He's, what I mean? I don't want him at the club. I don't rate him at all. But Kassim does get sent off there in the 10th minute, and I believe we lose this game 2-1, I think. And we unfortunately lost in the final, but that's just the way it goes. No, we lost 2-0. It's even worse. But we got to the final anyway, and that's always kind of cool. We do actually get a Scout Future Star because I always do it every year. So I decided to get that as well. We do also loan out Tom Smith to Millwall on a 1-year loan. Now, I don't understand why Millwall want him on loan. He wouldn't play much at all. But I thought, just for wages and stuff like that, to get him off the books and stuff. And Jake Evans, this time, Millwall want him on a 2-year loan. So I was like, alright, if you want to take my 2 central midfielders, that's fine, Millwall. I don't give a shit. And then Yeovil come in with a 100,000 bid. I said, give me... No, I didn't. Did I accept it? No way did I. I actually accepted 1,000. Oh, well, 100,000. Jesus Christ. And the Chesterfield want Jermaine Hilton, and I was like, if you give me 150,000, then he's yours. But I believe they actually said no to that, so Jermaine Hilton will probably be staying with us. And as you see there, Anton Rodgers has gone to Yeovil for 100,000. That's great. The downside is that Darnell Furlong is actually going to be out for 6 weeks with a torn groin, which is not a big deal because I can play Thompson at right back and then I can just use Sandals White where Thompson would play. So it's not really a big deal. So you'll see the Scout Future Star here. He's an overall as a 55. His potential is 80 to 94. I cannot obviously promote him yet, but I will be training him as much as possible. He's 6'3" as well for a right mid. Now, obviously we don't play with wingers, but I'm sure he'd be good maybe up front as another backup or potentially behind the striker. That's even better for me. But Sean Murray is actually back now from injury, so he can actually... Well, I didn't think he would be able to make the start of the season, and he has, but he actually made it to the bench in this game against Peterborough at home at the county ground. Now, the thing is, with if you watched episode 1, I actually changed the the stadium to the county ground, but as you see there, it just says Court Lane. I don't know if I didn't save it or anything, but I'm pretty sure I did, and it hasn't come up as a county ground. It's just a bit annoying, really. I was a bit gutted about that because it just makes it a bit more better, doesn't it? It's just a small thing I was a bit annoyed with, but you see here, we did put out a pretty decent team, I guess. Our strongest team we could have possibly brought out, and we knew Peterborough was going to be difficult. You'll see the Peterborough's line. Obviously, got George Moncur on loan. They signed him on loan. I think it's only until January, though. I'm not too sure where he went. Did he go to Barnsley? I'm pretty sure he might have gone to Barnsley. I can't remember. After this clip here, you will see that I do change the camera angle. So, yeah, that's if you really cared. You probably noticed different straight away. But we do win a corner in the 14th minute. Yasser Kassim, unfortunately, pretty much had his shot deflected. And then from the resulting corner, Abika with a free header, but it was a good save by the keeper. And then Yasser swings it back in to find D'Alfonso, but it's a simple save for the keeper. As you see, yeah, I prefer playing on this camera angle. I always have done, so it was quite cool. And pretty much from this, we do some really, really nice build-up here. Nathan Thompson comes down on the right-hand side, and he's going to pretty much go to the byline, swing the ball in to find Rennie Adley, who actually started this game, and he scores on his debut, which is absolutely fantastic. And I could not be happier. And he pretty much just run the show at Cam. He was very, very good in the first half. You'll see here as Connor Thomas picks up the ball up, finds Rennie Adley. Connor Thomas does well to pick the ball back up after getting tackled. And Rennie Adley's got the pace, and he just cuts past one player, cuts past the second, and he does take a shot here. And it was a very, very good save by the goalkeeper. So Rennie Adelaide looks like he was actually a decent signing for us so far in his first half. And we were dominant in this first half. I look very, very happy there as a manager. He took 3 shots, 3 shots, and he scored a goal, which is quite good. We were so dominant in his first half. Bearing in mind, I am playing on world class, which normally I would start at professional, but I decided to play on world class straight away to see if I can test the waters. And we were pretty much dominant the majority of the game. Rennie Adelaide gets the ball here to find Abika. Abika plays just a simple through ball to Michael Doughty, and he makes it 2-0 in the 55th minute. And it was such a good goal by Doughty. I had to show the replay. It was just like a one-touch bang into the back and into the top left-hand corner. And I just cannot be happier right now. It's going really, really well. The team plays well. And at the start of this game, I was listening to the commentary, and they actually said, we are favourites to get relegated. And to be fair, I don't see, I understand why they would say that, because even in real life, we're 5th from bottom. We've got a game today against Oldham, so hopefully we can get the win there. But in the 59th minute, Peterborough makes some good pass, and George Moncur takes a shot, but goes past the right-hand side of the post. And we do make a couple of changes. Luke Norris and Shaw Murray coming on, and Abika and Rennie Adelaide coming off. So Murray is going to play at Cam, and Norris is going to replace Abika, obviously. And it's quite funny how Nathan Thompson loses the ball at the back so stupidly, and it ends up with a goal to Peterborough. It's just like real life, isn't it? Like, just like real life, you know? Nathan Thompson fucks up at the back, and they go and score. And our final change is going to be D'Alfonso off for Emre Moore, which is very, very good, because pretty much as soon as he come on, he actually made a chance here. As you see here, Boo actually does intercept the player there. He goes on a run, and if you look at this turn here, right? This turn right now, look at that. He just literally done it with ease. Took pass on the other defender. Unfortunately, he couldn't provide the finish, which is a bit of a shame. But what he done in the last 10 minutes, pretty much done what D'Alfonso couldn't do the whole game. So I thought overall the two decent signings we made have been decent signings as I would have expected, and we do win the game 2-1, and it's going to be the end of today's video, guys. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching today's video, guys. Make sure to leave a like if you would like to, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll speak to you guys very, very soon, guys. Still, guys, have a good day, and I'll see you next time for another video. Goodbye.